to change the tone to something much lighter and more fun. You guys watched The Last of Us, haven't you? That was a blast, wasn't it? All right, let's tee this baby up, and I'll see you at the 19th hole, gentlemen.
I've played the game.
Talk about it.
I haven't seen season 2. Season 1 had highlights as a zombie show. I liked it, even with Pedro Pascal, who's so overexposed. But I will agree with Grace Randolph and not watch season 2.
Wait, why is she not watching it?
She's
let me
a
ask.
fucking coward, and she doesn't want to like criticize it because it goes against her like ideological beliefs.
What? Sure. I haven't heard about this. What's happening?
How so?
Well, essentially because like Pedro Pascal and most of the people behind the show are woke as fuck, and so is she, and so she doesn't want to criticize it because it will upset people.
But what?
Even though she straight up says like it's like the Chris Stuckman effect. Essentially, I can't talk about this film because it's so monumentally shit that like I can't say anything good about it. But I'm just not going to say anything. But I'm telling you, I'm not saying anything, which tells you it's shit.
Have any of you guys played the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
4 times, start to finish.
Oh shit! Okay, so 4 of us. I guess. Okay. Yeah, I refused to watch the show even first season, and I loved the first game. Loved it. Second game just pissed me off too much.
The first season was a pretty good approximation of the game. I think it was relatively faithful. I think it was pretty mature, and mostly the cast acquitted themselves pretty well. So I didn't have too many issues with season 1, but we all knew where it was leading, and we knew that they only had 2 options. They either follow the plot of the games and piss off basically everyone, or they change the storyline and go in a different direction and admit that the game fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Either way, they lose. Yeah. But they chose the former. So
it was doomed, I feel. We did talk about this for a long while leading up to it. It's just like, that show's going to be fucked. It just is. But they've kept pretty close. I mean, close... You know what I mean by close? They've kept close, like, in the sense
close enough, yeah.
Yeah. You know when the fence part happened, when she's crawling through and all this, I was like, oh my god, we're going to be doing it like 1-to-1 for a lot of this. Jeez, like... You know, and technically speaking, it's so fucking weird. It's like, well, isn't that good? Don't you want them to use more of the source from a game? It's like, not that fucking game. The games, dude. Come on.
Well, and the thing is, I don't know, this is where we get into an unusual sort of situation of if you're literally just going to replicate the cutscenes beat for beat, what is the point in even making a TV show? You could just splice together the cutscenes from the game and you've got the same effect. And actually, the performances are way fucking better.
Yeah.
The voice, that combination of the voice actress and the motion capture for Ellie in Last of Us 2, as much as I hate the game, is fucking light years ahead of anything Bella Ramsey ever delivered. Same with Joel.
Horrible casting choice. I feel bad for the girl because she's just getting flamed online, but I almost feel like it falls upon the casting director. Why would you?
She's too distracting.
It's very
distracting. Like I can't get past it. And the fact that they jump 5 years too, and she looks exactly the same.
Yeah, she unfortunately has a very young face, and I don't buy that she's Ellie from the game. And I played the first game 4 times start to finish, and I didn't have a social life in high school. I still don't. And I was very much into Joel. As somebody who likes Pedro Pascal to a regular amount, I don't see him as Joel. I do not see Bella Ramsey as Ellie.
Same.
With all that said, I still thought the first season of the show was actually pretty solid, had some good stuff in it. It was pretty close to what it needed to be. I never felt it hit as hard emotionally as the game did, presumably because it's just impossible to translate everything in a game, because you consider the fact that in a game like The Last of Us or anything you play, you spend 50 to 60 hours with this character. I mean, the cutscene movies of any game are like 11 hours, 20 hours, sometimes 40, because there's just that much content. It's hard to make it that powerful, but I don't think it translates very well. I think a big part of that is on the casting. Bella Ramsey is a fine actress, I think. I don't find her intimidating. I don't find her scary. The time skip made it worse, and I understand some people just have baby faces or unique looks, whatever you want to call it. I do not think this person looks like she is the age that she is. And I also find it funny how a big part of the internet likes to attack people who have that opinion and go, yeah, we're owning the chuds. I didn't need to be attracted to her. I just wanted to believe that she was older and the age that she is. I don't believe that. And I also find it really funny how they wanted to die on the hill of making a big buff lady and said this was a very realistic body type. And then they cast somebody who looks like I ate her twice to be Abby. Very confusing.
Yeah, dude. Abby needed to be some like roided out, like probably like a transgender or something.
Oh, we just mentioned
that's the thing. But if you cast it, say like I don't know, hypothetically, you cast some like bodybuilder actress or whatever, or force the actress to go through some insane training regime to bulk up like that
on steroids or something.
They would have got mocked for looking ridiculous, and like they would have got the same criticisms that Abby from the game got. That like she was unrealistic. You would not have a physique like that in a post-apocalyptic world. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's hard
so
to
it's a no-win
beefed up
situation
like that. That's like a big
in a post-apocalyptic world, man. They can just take a whole bunch of steroids in a pharmacy. They go drive down to Mexico.
You got the trend.
Sure.
Well, okay, well, let's not go that far. That's
the thing about it is they realize
the game mentions at one point that she eats a lot of burritos. So I guess that's yeah.
So they would have.
Yeah, I know what a body built by burritos looks like. It's not that.
What do you mean? The game told us. You saying it's
unless you're on trend.
So the thing they had to solve, right? Because they wanted Ellie and Abby's gameplay to be different. Now, roll your heads back if you fucking remember this. You punch zombies to death as Abby.
Yeah.
He's like the fucking Hulk in that game.
Yeah.
Now they obviously thought, well, we're gonna have to make her super buff, and then we can change up the mechanics and have It is so stupid. Every playthrough I've watched of people first killing zombies by punching them, they're just laughing. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing? And it's just like, oh, that's. And so they were like, well, we got to make a buff to justify those mechanics. So they must have thought like, oh, we can just lose it because we don't need to have those scenes in the TV show. And of course, you should have just drove them back to. This should have just been the way Abby was. It's so silly, like. She killed my dad, so I'm going to go on a fucking weight training like regimen for the next few years until I'm the Hulk, and I'm going to go after her.
This is the thing. Like, you could have gone for more like a Sarah Connor look, where it's like very lean, very athletic, very like a kind of lean, mean killing machine. It's like okay, fine, that's something at least. Someone who trains really hard because they're super focused on getting revenge, but they're still somewhat believable. The game was just a fucking big slab of beef and it was ridiculous. But the problem that they got with the actress now that they've cast is she is 1 inch taller than Bella Ramsey, which is a grand total of 5 foot and 1 inches, which is fucking small. And so she's no longer distinct in any way, and she's not an intimidating antagonist because everyone in her group is like a foot taller than her. It's insane. And that works in the sense that you've made her a more emotionally vulnerable character for sure, way more sympathetic than the game version of Abby was during that stage of the storyline. But I just don't buy that she's now this hard-driving leader that the rest of the group are afraid of, that they'll follow her, that they're scared to like stand up to her because, oh shit, she might beat the shit out of me or whatever. She just looks small and frightened and like no more intimidating than Ellie. But she's hypothetically the antagonist of this story.
Yeah.
And so it kind of doesn't work on either level. Like you've solved one problem and created a whole bunch of other ones with this story and this casting.
My guess is they're not going to have her punching zombies to death. So
I guess not, no. But like she has to become, like from Ellie's perspective, which I assume is what we're going to switch to now, and the bulk of the rest of the season is going to be Ellie tracking her down as like this target that she wants to kill. She has to look intimidating and terrifying to the audience from Ellie's perspective, but she's not gonna if she's the same fucking size as Ellie and she's no bigger or stronger or more dangerous than Ellie is.
I saw her beat Pedro Pascal to death with a golf club, and I still feel like I could take her in a fight, and that's not saying much. Like,
she didn't have any presence at all
during the game.
The actress is good. This is the annoying thing. Like, she is a good actress, and I really like her. I just don't know if she's right for this role.
Well, so question, Drinker, are you seeing this through to the end?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I feel like I owe it to at least watch it to the end and then give a few thoughts on it. At least.
Okay, yeah. Well,
because like if I'd made a review of it, I don't know, it's got like 1.5 million views. Like I can't just stop there and be like, oh well, who knows how it's going to end up. I need to at least watch the end of it.
He's got to do his job, man.
Do you mind?
I fucking forced dynamic to play the game
forward?
all the way through just so I could talk to him about it. And so I have
the
to
thing
do
for
this
me
at
is
least.
it's such an utterly strange scenario of having gone through all of the game, complained about it extensively, and all kinds of breakdowns, and looking at the meta comments and watching Naughty Dog fucking cope and seethe over like the reaction from the fan base, and then to like repeat it all again in a different medium is bizarre. It's just like, wow, we're actually doing this again. Because I've seen different reports as to what the so to speak the exclusively TV show audience reaction is, but like I'd have to imagine they're not happy. Because like
that's me. I came in not knowing anything, really not knowing anything. So I actually enjoyed that episode because I like the zombies more than humans against humans, and I was enjoying it. And then they killed him. I was like, "Whoa, they killed him!" That was a great surprise, and I like that. And then a minute later, I was like, "Oh shit, they killed him!" I fucking hate Ellie. And I have like no interest in watching it again next week. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the views go after. Taking out Pedro.
Well, I mean, I can tell you the Rotten Tomatoes rating has dropped to 51%. Like that's the audience score, now. And that was after this episode.
Yeah, but there's I don't know, because that could be. I could imagine. I know people have posted that saying like, "Oh, that's the gamers being mad and brigading and stuff." I would like to just get like testimonials from people who watch the show only and see if they enjoyed that storytelling choice. Because I'd have to imagine it's not gone over well. But maybe I'm wrong.
Thing is, I'm going to force you to watch the rest of this season.
Oh, fuck's sake. Why can't we do the thing where you tell me about it and I'm like, oh, that sounds awful.
No, you know what? We do open bar together, right? And you're the co-host on this, and you owe it to me, and you owe it to the viewers to watch all of it.
What do I get in return?
You get to keep your position as co-host.
It's not fucking worth it.
I mean,
I will remember this. You understand that, right?
Well, sure.
There will be something in future you don't want to watch, and I'm going to bring this up. So then you'll be like, oh, fine, my precious, precious pal. I will watch this horrible stank thing.
Critical Drinker, what's something you hate? You hate, you just can't watch this shit.
God, now you're asking because I've watched the
Ahsoka season 2.
It's like, this is where I'm like, I've seen things you people.
if the Acolyte season 2 came out, he would fucking watch it before me.
That's for the memes. That's for the content.
For sure,
I'd watch it too, even.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, there's that distinction really between stuff that I'd watch for pleasure and like stuff that I watch, to review it and stuff.
Just rip apart, yeah.
For sure, do a video every week on the original Predator, RoboCop.
Yeah,
don't watch anything new.
Well, so there's super chat that says, "Mauler, you made Drinker play the game." No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. I don't think I even knew Mauler back then. Jesus.
Yeah, you made poor Azduke go through it. You cruel bastard.
I did, yeah, and he actually texted me throughout it.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'm at this stage. How fucking longer do I have to go at this? Like, how much longer till I get to the end? And I was like, just stick with it. There's a bit more to go. Just 10 more hours, and then you're fine.
There'll be some horribly boring, frustrating, torturous thing, and I'll be like, it's time.
Yeah. The question, I guess, because I brought this up in my video when I was talking about this, right? So Pedro Pascal is now effectively out of the show, right? And we're probably going to get some flashbacks of him because they're definitely going to do that space rocket scene, like in the flashback. They're 100% going to do that because they're proud of that, just like the bigot sandwiches scene. But for the most part, he's out, right? So it's up to Bella Ramsey to carry this show now as Ellie. What chance has this fucking show got now?
Oh, it's going down the toilet. Unfortunately, look, and I'm not even somebody who wants to hate on Bella Ramsey on the internet. I don't care. But to be completely honest, I do not think that she has
I love this idea of Pedro Pascal showing up in white robes and shit. I have returned to you at the turning of the tide. You still haven't watched Lord of the Rings, Snarky, actually. You don't get to say anything else.
Holy shit.
Really?
Still?
We got to bring it
Haven't
up
seen
every time too to shame.
Yeah.
Shame. Bullying works.
Yep.
Okay, in my defense, I have had other things to do. I've been working on cosplays and stuff. I'll do it eventually, but I don't want to like put on Lord of the Rings and be like cutting foam and spray painting in between. I want to sit there and pay attention to them. You know,
I like
I'm
that
trying to give them their
defense.
due respect.
Your defense was, I've had other things to do.
Yeah.
Work things, my God.
Hmm.
Watching Lord of the Rings does not pay rent.
This is the sad thing as well. We're trying to tell her to watch a trilogy that, like, I don't know. Were you even born when like the Lord of the Rings came out?
When did it come out?
2001 was the first one.
Yes, I was born in 2000. I'm not that young.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
You're one.
Okay.
You should do some Lord of the Rings cosplays. I think that would look really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put oh no, that's the Hobbit. Wait, is the
Who-
Hobbit
who
part
would-
of Lord of the Rings?
Who would she
Yeah.
be good as?
Arwen?
Can I be
Is Nola
Liv
shaking
Tyler's
now?
character?
Just
She's
that
cute.
question.
Probably Arwen.
Yeah, Arwen's pretty good. Pretty easy one. But then, Lord of the Rings is easy because it's kind of like you'd just be wearing a dress. Like it's not difficult cosplay.
That's
there's
why
a
I don't
dwarf.
want to do it. What am I supposed
a
to do with
dwarf.
my hands if I don't have a sword? Am I just no?
Arwen gets a sword.
Does she get a
at
sword?
one
All right,
point.
I'm in.
Well,
do it.
Yeah.
she doesn't get a
Wow.
sword in the films, but she does in a deleted scene, right? Or
No. She gets it in the films. Like the bit where the 9.
oh
ring
yeah,
wraiths are
come and
trying to,
claim
like,
him.
get
That
her.
whole bit.
Yeah. God,
Yeah, there you go,
Walter.
do
I
that
have to
one.
school you about Lord of the Rings. Jesus.
I'll do
I'm
it,
just
or I'll
trying to
be
extend the
Gandalf.
conversation
I'll
about
grow
Or
out my
go as
beard.
Gimli.
I love
Go
it.
as Gimli.
Wait, which one is Gimli?
He's the dwarf.
That works for me, actually.
Fuck, I forgot what we were even talking about there. Yeah.
Oh,
We
Lord
were
of the Rings
talking
are-
about Bella Ramsey's
I feel like it was
inability
segueing
to carry
into
the
Predator.
And Joel
Someone
coming
mentioned
back as
Predator.
Joel as the White.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, the one thing I expect is they're gonna have flashbacks, kind of like the game does. So
yeah.
they'll try to keep it going, so to speak, with because you know that sequence where Joel like kills a bloater with like an axe. They're probably gonna have that.
I mean, it
Right.
You know
still won't be
what's
enough,
funny?
Well,
though.
They haven't got the whole like revelation about the infection
Yeah, that'll be in
and
there.
like
Yeah,
why
yeah.
he did what he did and all that stuff. So yeah, they still need that flashback.
you
By the way, we're into the final week of our Trial by Fire Kickstarter, which means two things. One, I'll soon stop pestering you with these annoying ads on my videos, and two, this is our last chance to push hard and complete as many of our stretch goals as possible. We're already well past our initial funding goal, which is awesome, but every little donation gives us a bit more room to maneuver when the cameras start rolling. So if you've been thinking about becoming a backer but haven't quite committed yet, now might be the time to take the plunge. As always, the link is in the description and I'll leave the rest up to you.